Dolapo, what did you think of Resident Evil Revelations 2?
It was scary as
What a
Welcome back to Potentially Perfect, home of the world's wiliest gamers. My name's Dolapo, and today we're going to talk very briefly about girlfriend mode. I know this phrase has a bit of a checkered past, and nowhere is it more relevant than with Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Odyssey. In Super Mario Galaxy, player 1 took control of Mario doing the old running and jumping thing, while player 2 got to shoot star bits. Very similarly, in Super Mario Odyssey, player 1 took control yet again of Mario, while player 2 got to control good old Cappy. Yeah. Trends like this continue within other video games associated with girlfriend mode, and it's honestly a little sad to see.
What if I told you there was a way to include someone who wasn't that good at video games into a hardcore experience?
Before we continue, I know that this name can be a little bit problematic.
A lot problematic.
Right, so the nomenclature is not the best, but I do consider it to be a necessary evil. There is a mentality amongst the gaming community that, while not universal, still has quite a stronghold. It's the get good mentality, and while it's not fair for everyone to have to live under that mantra, no matter what, you still have to walk before you run. So we must think of entry points. This is where good girlfriend mode comes into play. This is where Resident Evil Revelations 2 takes the cake.
Each episode takes place in two parts. One where you take control of Claire and Moira, and one part where you take control of Barry and Natalia. The first player is responsible for taking control of Claire and Barry, while the second player is responsible for taking control of Moira and Natalia. So what makes the gameplay of this game particularly interesting, though, is the abilities of the second character. So the secret to a good girlfriend mode is to give the second player enough responsibility to keep them genuinely interested in the game, all the while making their actions, if detrimental, not game ending.
So in Resident Evil Revelations 2, when playing as Claire and Moira, the second player takes control of Moira. While Claire is responsible for shooting and killing zombies, Moira is more responsible for gathering things, be it ammo or gun parts. Moira also wields a crowbar, and she can throw sub-weapons like explosive bottles. Moira also gets the only flashlight, so there's that. The flashlight allows Moira to blind enemies so that Claire can kill them more effectively. When the episode switches over, you start playing as Barry and Natalia. Barry retains the flashlight as well as all ammunition and firearms, as Natalia is a child. This setup makes a lot more sense than the last pair. Natalia sports the ability to see enemies from around walls, as well as several invisible enemies. She, as well as Moira, can unlock special puzzle boxes to gain things like ammo packs. For offense, she throws bricks. Just bricks, that's about it. But what you say makes these characters particularly girlfriend mode-ish? That's one way of putting it. Well, these two are not regular co-op characters in that they cannot die. Say for a few situations in the story mode, such as like falling off a cliff or something, yeah, these characters are completely immortal, which theme-wise actually presents a problem of its own. That's right, it's a horror game. The running fear of your character's impending doom is what keeps you on your toes. And yeah, once you figure out that your character can't die, yeah, you kind of lose some of that fear. If you're the first player, though, your hands are completely drenched in sweat as you have like a subtle death grip on your controller. But if you're the second player, you don't care. But the positive here is that you don't have to worry that if your partner dies, then the level ends. So in that regard, I understand the design choice. In pairings like ours, when one person is significantly better at video games than the other person, it's actually kind of nice to be able to play through and enjoy the entire story without having to worry about things like that. And if something does happen where the other person's actions produce something negative, it doesn't have an overall game-ending effect. Except for that one time it did. Yeah. That was bad.
Okay, all of that said though, it's all about balance. If you and your video game partner are about the same level, I would not recommend this game for you. Or really, any girlfriend mode game for that matter. This game is great because it presents a certain type of guidance that allows both players to really enjoy the game. There's only so much fun a person can get out of throwing star bits. Now throwing bricks, mwah, Girlfriend mode doesn't have to be this awful punishment. I, and any other video game challenged individual, just want to be able to play with other people, at least without bringing down the team. But as a quick side note, maybe we should think about changing the name Girlfriend mode to something a little less pejorative, like Psychic mode? But maybe I'm asking for too much. Stay perfect.
Hey, yo, hey. That's my line. Stay perfect.
Stay perfect.
Hey there, thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure to sound off in the comments if you like what you saw. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. If you didn't, hey, sorry to hear that, but you might like something else on the channel. Who knows? And if you got the time, make sure to check all the links in the bio. Got things from our merch store to our Twitters, and hell, might be a giveaway in there.